here we go. I am using a new microphone. So as you jump on here to Facebook Live here inside High Performer Lifestyle, please let me know that you can hear me okay. Just give me a little nod or a little thumbs up or a little comment here inside of the live so that I know that you can hear me and see me. Otherwise, I'm just going to jump in to today's topic because it's going to be a quick one, but it's also a really important one. I've been thinking about this a lot lately as I've been in my mentorship groups with Tim Grover, as I've been coaching my clients, as I am preparing for my pro debut in 3 days in the sport of bodybuilding. Many of you know that. And I've been thinking a lot as things are coming together in my business, in my career, in my sport. I've been thinking a lot about what it really takes to succeed. And I've been answering questions. And actually, I was just on a call with one of my team members. By the way, I'm so excited that we just hired 2 new people to our team. I now have a business manager and somebody also in our marketing and social media. So expanding your team and your support system is one of the ways in which you expand your success and your growth in anything. So I'm excited about that. But what I want to say is, in these conversations recently with my team members, this morning with my assistant coach who coaches my clients, and recently with my bodybuilding coach, and just in every high level group that I'm in every conversation that I'm in with high successful people, with high achievers, with ambitious people, with high performers, right? You're in this group because you want to be a high performer. You want to adopt the habits that successful people have in common. And so one of the main things that keeps being a recurring theme that is like flashing at it in terms of what I really need to share with you and with anyone who wants that success in business, that success in your fitness, that success in your relationship, in anything that is big, that is worth having, and that maybe you feel like right now you've been working at it, you've been trying, and you're not seeing the results that you want. This is the message that I want to land with you. When you can become really good at learning how to delay gratification, that is when you are able to be on the road to real success. So I work with entrepreneurs, I work with leaders, I work with people who are successful, right? But oftentimes I end up in these conversations with people who want to have the 7-figure booming business overnight, right? The audience, the social media audience with hundreds of thousands, and all the free time in the world. So many people are attracted to online businesses or working for themselves because they've bought into this idea that that's what's going to give them more freedom. And they want it overnight, right? You want to be an overnight success story. A lot of people are attracted to that. But here's the thing. The connection to success wouldn't be there. It wouldn't be there. So I have coached so many people, hundreds, thousands, over 16 years in 3 different fields, in 3 different industries. And I will tell you, there is a huge difference between those who just want to be handed the answer on a silver platter within the first hour, week, month, or year, and just want their results overnight. There's a stark difference between those and the people who show up, who are ready and willing to put in the work and dedicate themselves for the long haul. And there is something that those people tend to have in common that I also have that I want to share with you. And it's they are doing something else in their life that has taught them how to delay gratification. And for me, it really has been my focused fitness discipline. So think about it. I am a bodybuilding athlete. So when I am prepping for my competitions, besides the off season where there's a lot of heavy training and your diet isn't as limited, but it is still really important, the foods that you're eating, the amount of nutrients, and you're eating for your goal, for your fitness, not just for pleasure. But especially as we get into those last few months leading up to competition and weeks and days like it is now, the whole idea of delaying gratification, that's almost like that's primarily what we're doing, right? That's primarily what we're doing. I said to my daughter yesterday, teaching her this concept, I would just love right now to go down to the Dairy Queen and have a banana split or something like that. Maybe not something that big, right? And when you're in these last parts of your prep season, like I am, and I'm using this example because it's so relevant right now, but it's so easy to actually make that craving go away by just eating something, right? Just eating the sugar or just eating the extra carbs when you're cutting the carbs or when you're tweaking things. It would be so easy to give in to that instant gratification and just have it, right? However, that's when you rob yourself of the real fruits of your labor. That's when you rob yourself of the real benefit. Like I said to my daughter, yes, it would be great, but you know what? It's going to be even greater in a couple of weeks after I've gone on stage and I've displayed all my work and my effort, and then I'm celebrating, right? And that is the way that you need to think in everything in your life. Because if you want real success, if you want long-term wealth, if you want a great relationship, if you want all of these things that I know that you desire, yet you're looking for the quick overnight fix and you're just going to quit on your business, on your dreams, on your fitness goals in a couple months or even a couple of years because it hasn't happened the way that you think it should, or it hasn't happened as quickly, then you might as well hang it up now. Don't even start. Don't even start. Success is a long game. It's an endurance game, right? So this is why I love the metaphor of bodybuilding as we use it as a metaphor for building your business, because it takes years. It takes years. I'm just starting the third year of my online business, and we're just at the point where we're really dialed in on the specific client that we are best here to serve. And we're just like really getting juicy with the things that we're going to be putting out. And we're just getting juicy with like the bigger vision and all of that. That doesn't mean that I haven't had success along the way, right? I built a multiple six-figure business in 1 year, and then it has grown from there. And I've been able to employ people and serve people and come out and do lives and do things for you in the community. However, I didn't quit or give up when things weren't happening as quickly as I wanted, or because I had to make a change here, or delay gratification here, right? This is something that most new entrepreneurs struggle with. If you're a new entrepreneur, please listen to this. It's very easy as an entrepreneur to get that shiny object syndrome, right? Like you're just attracted to everything, and like you start in something and you do it for a couple of weeks or a couple of months or even a year, and yet you're ready to jump to the next thing because you're not seeing those results yet. That is the thing that will rob you of your success. It's like fitness. You don't become a pro bodybuilder. You don't get the physique that you want in the 12-week promise. That is just the start of building the habits, right? So if you're looking for that, specific diet where you're just removing all the macronutrients, I don't eat carbs or I don't eat fat, like the reason that those things don't work is because mentally you're just looking for a shortcut. So you're never going to be in it for the long haul, right? You're never going to be in it for the long haul. If you can learn to look at business just like you look at fitness and your health and your relationships as a long game, not a sprint, right? Because if you're just sprinting, you're going to get a little bit of results, but they're not going to last. If you can look at it as a long game, and you can build in ways in your life to start making it easier for you to delay gratification, which is how I use fitness and bodybuilding. I mean, it has disciplined my mind beyond belief. And it's made what's typically hard in business easy, right? Because I know the benefits of delaying gratification. I know what's sticking to my workouts every single day and my meal plans and all of that, even when I don't feel like it, or it's boring, or, you know, it's not fun for a couple of weeks or something like that. I don't just say, forget it, I'm going to start something new. I know that by doing the ordinary things every single day and delaying that instant gratification, that quick fix of starting something new or setting a new goal when I haven't even hit the first one, I know that if I can manage that and delay that, like I do with my fitness, I know that it's going to pay off. Here's the thing that I love about fitness and bodybuilding. You can't just do it for a couple of weeks or a couple of months or even a year and then the results just stay, right? It's something that you do consistently. It's the same thing when you're trying to build a business. It's the same thing when you want to have a lasting marriage that grows and evolves with you, right? Nothing is static. And so the biggest lesson here for me is that delayed gratification is far more rewarding than instant gratification, which can become addictive, right? Delayed gratification is way more rewarding. The best things that have ever happened to you, think about it, were likely things that you worked for. Does this make sense? It's likely things that you worked for, that emotionally tried you and physically taxed you. But when you got the reward, all the struggles are worth it, right? So this is a skill that you get to build, learning how to delay gratification, building it into your life, into your fitness, into your business. This is going to improve your chances of just success in general and ultimately happiness. Right? Slowly built success is sustainable. It's also trusted, right? We all know how slimy it feels when you see all those like overnight success stories or people saying, you can do this overnight, you can do that overnight. Think about it. Would you rather seek advice from someone who has years of experience in their industry or someone with a flashy, got rich quick, you know, scheme or MLM or something like that? Nothing against it, but the point is you trust the longevity, you trust the experience in others, and you need to trust that in yourself as well. It's not the quick fix that's going to get you there. It's not the overnight, you know, marketing scheme or sales scheme or anything like that. It is what you're doing every day and the things that you can delay along the way to get you there, right? Don't be afraid of the work. All of a sudden, like, hard work has gotten this bad reputation. And I'm not saying it's all about hard work. You got to be smart and efficient. My clients know in my high performers club that I only ever let them do 2 things a day in their business, right? Not to-do lists or anything like that, because that's about being more efficient when you know how to focus your energy. But they also know that I'm all about, you have got to put in the work. You have got to put in the effort. And what happens a lot of the time is we get this false sense of accomplishment by setting a goal, and then setting a new goal. Guess what? Setting goals is nothing. That's the easy shit. That's amateur. So what? You set a goal. People set goals all the time. It's the actual completion of it. It's the doing what it takes to actually hit the goal, surpass the goal. That's where you start to get credibility. That's where you start to get success and momentum, and you can start 10xing things. Okay, so the biggest takeaway I want you to have from this conversation is delayed gratification. That is where your success will come. It doesn't mean you got to be miserable along the way at all. But when you can learn to build that delayed gratification muscle, your life is just going to be so much more rewarding. The fruits of your labor feel good. They taste good. You're just like pumped up like I am right now to step on stage in 3 days, even though I've been battling with an injury for the last few weeks and it's made my training miserable, my pain miserable. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm so hooked in, I'm so inspired and motivated by what this sport does for me and just fitness in general. It doesn't have to be this, but anything that you can find that will help you build the discipline and the focus that you can then carry on into other areas of your life. Do that, and you will just see how much further you go. I suggest you do it with fitness, and let me know in the comments if you see the benefit of having not just working out and going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, but if you see the benefit of making fitness a priority in your life, a priority, meaning you build everything else around it. Can you see the benefits and the payoff, not only in the energy that you get, in the way you feel and in the way you look, but in the mental endurance, in the mental muscle and fortitude that it builds? If you can, and you know that you want to start prioritizing this in your life, let me know in the comments, because I'll tell you what, it wasn't until I started making fitness front and center, and it hasn't always been bodybuilding, it's been other things up into this point, but it wasn't until I started making that front and center in my life and then working my businesses around it and everything else, it wasn't until then that I actually started leveling up big time in my ability to make money, attract clients, have credibility. I'll tell you what, people really respect people who have the discipline and the longevity to stay fit and stay healthy and make it a focus. So if you are a leader, an entrepreneur, anybody who wants to influence people and make a big impact on people, because that's just how you're wired, like I am, that goes a long way in building your credibility, and it will go a long way in your success and in your overall happiness. So let me know in the comments if this message served you today, and if you're ready to start building that muscle of delayed gratification in your life. Let's talk more about that later. Bye guys, have a great rest of the day.